Good morning everyone, today we're going to be going over the Augment Transfer system because I'm actually going to be adding some EX augments onto my weapon. But before we jump into all of that, if you're new to the channel, I upload NGS content daily, so if you do play this game, I would really appreciate a subscribe as it really helps out the channel. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin the video. So the very first thing I want to showcase over here is the EX augments that I actually want to put on my weapon. So you are going to need to farm the Nameless City until you get a weapon with all 3 EX augments that you actually want. So I got incredibly lucky and I got 3 of them, which I consider one of the best for my personal playstyle. So the thing about these EX augments is, on top of giving you the potency as well as the floor potency, they also give you additional effects. So for example, EX Tough Mind over here actually allows me to survive on 1 HP when I'm supposed to get killed. However, this does have a 300-second cooldown. So by having EX Tough Mind on my weapon, it's literally giving me Iron Will that the Hunter class has, basically allowing me to survive on 1 HP whenever I'm supposed to get killed. This is very, very powerful and I really like this. The next one is like a Braver exclusive, or unless you use a Braver subclass, I suppose, but it is EX Just Frame Counter. So whenever I get knocked down, when you press spacebar or the jump key, you get back up, and if I do a normal attack, immediately I will go into a sidestep counter, which just so happens to deal a metric butt ton of damage as a Braver. So this is incredibly useful for Braver classes specifically. For other classes, maybe not so good unless you run Braver subclass for whatever reason, because only Bravers have access to Breakfall. So yeah, this is a Braver exclusive type of thing. And the last EX augment over here is a universal one. I think most classes, if not everyone, should get this, and that is Lively HP Starlings. And the reason for this is because when you are above 95% HP, you gain 1.5% potency. Now you look at that and you're like, that's not impressive at all. But the reason is because you gain 4% potency plus the 1.5% potency, and since the majority of the time, you're probably going to be above 95% HP. And so because of that, you're actually getting 5.5% potency at all times, which is very, very good. So personally, I think Lively HP Starlings is going to be a must-have for the majority of classes. And then Tough Mind is really up to you. For me, I really like this because I play very sloppy and, I just don't like dying. So being able to have the Iron Will, having this cheat death is definitely very nice. And then the Just Frame Counter is definitely a Braver type of thing. If you don't play Braver, you probably don't want this. However, here comes the painful part. So when we go over to transfer augments, all augment transfer, our main weapon is going to be the Wingguard Katana. We're going to click on this and we're going to use this as a material because we want to transfer the EX augments onto our Wingguard weapon. Well, the thing is, it's going to delete all of your augments over here, all right? So by doing so, it does not require an augment transfer pass in order to do this, but it's going to eat up all of your augments over here. So, your endgame augments, your Anati Capsule, Gland Gigas Master, Lux Hal Finale, all of my really expensive augments are all going to be consumed and all going to be deleted into the ether in order to get these EX augments onto it. So this is the most painful thing, and I'm pretty sure this is an oversight by Sega, but I don't think they're going to be changing it in the foreseeable future unless they add EX augment capsules later down the line in like an SG scratch or through Lucille Exploration or whatever. But for now, unfortunately, you are going to need to pay the price, especially if you want all of these EX augments on your weapons right now. So for the sake of science, I'm going to do it for you guys, but just understand that this is really dumb and this is going to consume a lot of stuff. So as you can see here, transferring augments, are you sure you want to proceed? All of the material item augments will be consumed and the base item will acquire the augments. We're going to click yes. There goes all of my Anati capsules, they are gone. So now you can see all of those EX augments on my knuckles have been transferred over to my Wingguard. The problem is, look, I'm missing all of my Anati capsules, my Gland Gigas Master, my Lux Hal Finale, they're gone, they're deleted. So unfortunately, I'm gonna need to re-augment them. So that's a lot of money down the drain. But you may have noticed that I do have my Anati capsules over here, my Gland Gigas Master and my Lux Hal Finale, because again, for the sake of science, for the sake of your entertainment, I'm torturing myself here. So in order to add those augments is the traditional way. We go to add augments over here, we're gonna click on our Wingguard weapon, and we're gonna throw in our Anati capsule first. Now I did cheap out a little bit, we're using a Def Mel Tech instead of a Parfait because, it's on my katana. I don't need all potency on my katana, katana since it's a melee weapon. So we're just gonna pop that on 100% and affix augment. You know, I don't need to gamble over here. This is 100% easy peasy. However, now comes the expensive, painful parts. Our Gland Gigas Maste, this is like 9 million on the market right now. We are gonna have to gamble this. So start affix augment, success rate booster. We're gonna throw a 20% booster over here, as well as an N augment item protection. Now I still have 31 of these N augment item protections, but I really don't wanna spend them because, you know, if we get new armors or whatever, it's, you know, we're gonna need them. But nevertheless, thank you, Sega. Thank you. I love you. Oh my gosh. Okay. This is good news. This is good news. Our Gland Gigas Maste is perfect. Okay. Next, we need our Lux Hal Finale to stick as well. Okay. So again, Lux Hal Finale. So this is the next one that we need. I don't understand why the order changes all the time like this. Personally, I like to have my EX augments at the very top. So with like this, and then my Addy capsule, then my Gland Gigas Maste, and then my Lux Hal Finale. So now again, we are going to gamble 20% booster and another protection. Please, 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 please. Yes! 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 Sorry, I punched my microphone. We got so lucky. This is unbelievable luck. This is streamer luck, guys. This is actually streamer luck. We one-shot our Gland Gigas Maste and we one-shot our Lux Hal Finale. So thankfully that is done. So the only thing that we need to do right now, the last augments that we need to add is actually the Mega Trial, I think it's called. So unfortunately, I don't have any more Mega Trials. I could craft them, but oh my god, they're going for 350. You know what? For the sake of the video, since the game blessed me already, I'm gonna bless this person. I'm gonna give Book It over here. I'm gonna give him 3.5 million because Sega blessed me. We're gonna buy 10 of these capsules. We're gonna go thank you. And then we're gonna add that onto our weapon and it's gonna be complete. All right, then we come back to add augments over here. We click on our Wingguard Katana. We're gonna add in our 10 Mega Trials right here. We're gonna reorganize this because they keep messing up the order. So we want this, then our Addy, Gland Gigas Maste, Lux Hal Finale, and Mega Trial. And then we're gonna pop in a 20% booster, so everything's 100%, so no gambling required. And wabam, our weapon is complete. And there we go, our weapon is complete with all of our EX augments. Our armors are all complete with the extra Mega Trial. And let us take a look at our potency right now. As you can see, we have 237% potency with Octo Armors, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys are not using Octo Armors and using like actual good armors, it's like 259, 260% potency. It's actually insane. Another thing that I also don't have is I'm not using Addy capsules on my armors. I'm still using XD capsules. So XD capsules is 4% potency versus the Addy capsule, which is actually 5% potency. Now I could use some Addy capsules on these armors, but honestly I don't want to because these are the Octo Armor Argas, which is favored towards melee as well as ranged. So I want to use the Parfait capsules on when this is fully maxed out on my new armors, which is going to be all potency. So it'll be better that way. All right. But nevertheless, here we go. We're done. All right. And let's say later down the line, better EX variants drop. You can always transfer them over here by going to the Augment Transfer system, going to the EX Augment Transfer. As you can see, now this weapon shows up. My Wingguard weapon now shows up because it has EX augments over here. Before, when you went to the EX Augment Transfers, you weren't able to find your Wingguard weapon because it didn't have EX augments on it. All you'd be able to see are the Iridium weapons because they have the EX variants on them. But the good news is, let's say you messed up. You got all of the wrong EX augments on your weapon and you're like, oh my god, Kero, do I need to re-augment all of them all over again? No, you don't. Thank goodness. There is a solution for this, which is actually really easy. All you need to do is go to Augment Transfers over here, go to EX Augment Transfer. You're going to notice that your Wingguard weapon now shows up as a base item. Before, it did not show up because it didn't have EX augments on them. Now you click on this and now you can select any of your fodders. And you can see right here that it's exchanging only the EX augments, and more importantly, it does not require an Augment Transfer pass. So you can now fix your EX augments whenever you want, however you want. Let's say that I don't want these augments over here and I want these augments right here, because gradual pressing is really good. Increases the down factor of enemies by 5% every 10 seconds. This is really powerful against single targets. This has Tough Mind, which gives me my cheat death, and this also has Lively HP Starlings, which also gives me that extra potency. I can now simply select this one weapon and boom, it's going to replace all of these EX augments with these EX augments at no additional cost other than Meseta. 10,000 Meseta to fix a giant mistake is actually really good. However, in my case, I'm not actually going to do this because I actually want these EX augments that are currently on my weapon. But if you do mess up for whatever reason, you're able to fix it without having to spend your precious Augment Transfer passes.
Special thanks to all the members for supporting the channel. It really means a lot to me. Thank you again.
But yeah, that's all I wanted to cover in today's video. Hopefully you guys found it helpful. If you did, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.